Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green. You're tuning in to AMTV, Alternative Media Television. It is, of course, Tuesday, June 10th, 2014. And can rats feel regret? According to a report in The Independent out of the UK, rats are capable of feeling regret, scientists say. Which kind of makes you wonder, can the rat that is the President of the United States, Barack Hussein Obama, feel regret? You know this guy, tiptoeing up to the podium, this narcissistic pig, this arrogant asshole teleprompter reader who works on behalf of the New World Order and releases 5 Taliban Durka terrorists in exchange for this guy's son, a known deserter who left his weapons behind and then taught the Taliban how to make bombs. 6 U.S. soldiers at least dying, searching for the scumbag deserter. The president here, the top of the rat kingship, here standing next to Bergdahl's parents, the father growing a very, very aggressive beard, maybe possibly sympathizing with the Taliban and Muslim extremists all over the world, as his tweets seem to suggest, and also Bo's mom. The president, who originally wanted to take all the credit for the release, thinking that it'd be a big PR and publicity stunt that would basically overshadow the VA scandal, just one of many scandals that the Obama administration has been emblazoned with in the 2 terms that he's been president and selected into the highest law of the land by corporate America here in the United States. Now shifting all that blame that he originally was taking credit for, but now that it's turned against him and he's had Jay Carney leave and really everybody here in America voicing their opinion that it's illegal, again, this should be obvious to the President of the United States, who's supposedly upholding the highest office, that it's illegal to fail to notify Congress within 30 days notice, failing to give 30-day notice before the release of enemy combatants at Guantanamo Bay. Now shifting all that blame, conveniently, to Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel, who supposedly now, according to Obama in the White House and the administration, is the most powerful man on the planet. Not Obama. Not Obama. He doesn't feel any regret, nor will he take any responsibility. He's going to shift all of that over to Chuck Hagel, who's actually going to be in front of a hearing today, or tomorrow on Wednesday, saying that it was a originally unanimous decision by Obama in the White House. Now all the blame shifted to Chucky Boy here. Chuck E. Cheese Boy, Mr. Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel, was responsible for the go-ahead of the prisoner exchange. Again, this is all about shifting the blame game, kind of like the whole Bo Bergdahl story was in the first place, a PR stunt by the Obama administration to take your eye off the ball of the VA scandal. Now is turned against the White House and the Obama administration. Again, with all the rats leaving the nest, people like Jay Carney and also Democrats now leaving and fleeing the nest. Mr. Head King Rat here obviously doesn't feel regret at all. These little cute little guys feeling more regret, having more empathy for human life, more integrity, really just a better leader altogether, who feel regret when they, don't get the cheese, as is the case with the President of the United States today. Me personally, I'd rather have this little cute furry guy run the presidency in the highest law of the land than I would this rat right here, who fails to take responsibility, who shifts blame when it's not in his best interest to be held accountable for, I guess, anything that he does. And, it teaches a good lesson to our children, showing no accountability and shifting blame and placing the blame game on your closest constituents and supposed confidants when you need to, which is the game of politics. Chuck Hagel, again, speaking on Wednesday in front of a Senate hearing committee on this unanimous decision, according to Obama and the White House originally, that failed to notify Congress illegally. Really just throwing in the toilet our constitutional principles, the branches of government, and what our founding fathers feared would be a concentration of power in any area of the government here in the United States of America. Now, of course, the rats leaving the nest, many saying that they've had enough, top Democrats frustrated with the president's leadership, and they themselves fleeing the rat's nest. Again, this isn't just Republicans talking about it. It's not just libertarians. It's not just the members of the Tea Party. It's top Democrats fleeing the nest, literally as we speak. Now shifting all the blame, of course, over to Chuck Hagel. The White House and Congress in a massive rift over the Bergdahl deal. Now, the whole idea that they couldn't notify Congress because it could potentially be leaked and then they wouldn't be able to save Bo is a bunch of bullshit. Because, of course, all of this would be under close surveillance and under close wraps with our branches of government. So basically what we have here is just a king, an emperor, as Marco Rubio pointed out late last week, who's really just taking unilateral control of the United States on his own behalf and then shifting all the blame when the American people don't like it. Of course, all of this illegal, all of this impeachable, and all of this should be impeachable if Congress, the Senate, and the American people had any balls. In the meantime, in 2016, as we approach the election, this oligarchy that makes up the Clintonista clan, Clinton after Clinton after Clinton, whether or not it's Bill Clinton, now Hillary Clinton, soon to be Chelsea Clinton, and then it'll be Chelsea Clinton's kin, or it's the Bushes and the Bushes and the Bushes and the more Bushes, as is the case with Jeb Bush, who will be running in 2016 as well, claiming what I told you she would claim, which will be the entire basis of her campaign in 2016. Claiming in her new book that sexism in 2008 played a role in the Obama campaign, according to Hillary Clintonista Clinton. Again, the entire campaign is going to be run and marketed to you, the dumbass American sheep, well, not you tuning in, but most of the masses, the Kool-Aid drinking masses, that if you don't vote for Hillary Clinton, you must hate women, and that you're a sexist. Kind of like if you didn't vote for Obama in 2008, you were a racist because he was black. Now it's going to be you're a sexist if you don't vote for Hillary because she's got a bush between her legs, because she's got a vagina, which probably should be investigated to see if that's the absolute and exact truth. Hillary Clinton, again in her new book, saying that sexism played a role in the 2008 Obama campaign. Again, this is going to be her entire campaign pitch. I'm a woman. Vote for me. And of course, all the dumbass, dipshit feminists here in the United States of America are going to jump all on the bandwagon because they just want to see a woman in the White House. Just like they wanted to see a black man in the White House. Has nothing to do with their credibility. They totally ignore all the lies and the scandals, the Benghazi Gate, the death of Christopher Stevens, 3 other Americans, Fast and Furious.
U.S. gun operation that intentionally put guns in the hands of drug cartel members in Mexico.
The VA scandal, the economic crisis, bailouts and the trillions of dollars, literally just a frickin' train wreck that is America. But they're gonna vote for a guy because she's a chick. She's got a vagina, and if you don't vote for Hillary, you're a sexist. You're a misogynistic, woman-hating pig, according to these feminists. So, get really excited. She also just did an expose in People magazine. Looked like she was holding on to a walker. But, claiming sexism, going for the low-hanging fruit, as is these scumbag politicians do. Playing the race card, playing the sexism card. I mean, hey, you don't see this rat playing any cards. You see him taking responsibility. This little cute guy with integrity doesn't even read a teleprompter when addressing the American people. I mean, what a sweet guy. Just goes to show you that, rats, they kind of get they've got a bad public image because they're really cute, furry guys, and they've got a lot of integrity. Not like these scumbags who go for the low-hanging fruit, play the sexism card, the vagina card, the female card, or the black card. Now shifting blame for his own actions, his own teleprompter reading actions, his own illegal, impeachable actions regarding the Bergdahl scandal. Also, the U.S., in the meantime, is in talks with Snowden on a possible plea deal. Most of the mainstream media lambasting Snowden as some kind of traitor and terrorist for leaking the truth. Yeah, that's right, he leaked the truth. He exposed that the NSA is wiretapping innocent Americans and officials overseas and also stealing your metadata, which is illegal search and seizure. It's totally anti-constitutional and, by the way, illegal. But again, just focused on him. Focused on him as a terrorist for leaking the truth, just leaking the obvious about what he saw and how this is a gross atrocity being committed against the American people. But the American people more concerned about, feministas like Hillary Clinton and sexism in the 2016 race, or they are about the president being the first black president and playing the race card so he can win an election, even though he had zero experience at all outside of reading teleprompters and campaigning. Again, showing just how weak of a leader he actually is. His own constituents in Washington, D.C., Democrats among him, saying that he's a piss-poor leader that fails to surround himself with top-shelf advisors and, really won't have anyone around him that disagrees with his own egotistical, maniacal, self-intended destruction of the United States system itself. Again, rats really getting a raw deal a raw public image, showing more integrity and more humanity than Obama and the Obama administration itself. You don't see a rat blaming other rats when he fails to get the cheese. But you see this guy here, the head rat, the king of all rats, now currently fleeing the nest, Democrats and Republicans alike, shifting blame and playing the blame game anytime it doesn't service his needs, anytime it doesn't service his own public image. This is the truth, folks. This is the hard-hitting truth. I'm Christopher Green. Get it out everywhere, make it viral, and click the link below to support our sponsor.